Now, I'm going to let that come down. If you'd get me a saucer, or do you want me to get it out of the freezer? Just waiting for it to stop boiling a little bit.
And you have the cold saucer in your hand now from the freezer.
I have the frozen in my hand. Stir it a bit. And you don't necessarily want berries, but you do want to have the juice. That's all you do. Let it cool down. I'm sure there are more scientific ways of making it, cooking it till it's a certain temperature. And another way of telling, old-fashioned way, is they would blow on it, and if it shivered, it would be done. But I've never had much luck with that. You spread it around on the cold. Now, this is very unscientific. You put your, in my opinion, this is done. I don't think it needs cooking anymore.
Well, we're going to go by your opinion.
Well, you're stuck with my opinion today. Now, we wait 10 minutes before we bottle it.
Okay, we'll be right back.
As the jam is cooling down, we can take our bottles out of the hot water bath. It's a good idea to have a pair of good tongs. These came from the Lee Valley. You just put them on your counter. Make sure all the water is emptied out. We have too many jars really for what we're making today, but they won't go bad.
And you boiled those for 10 minutes,
10
correct?
minutes. That will destroy any bacteria. Now, a lot of people just take them out of their dishwasher because they feel they're probably sterile enough then, but it's something I've never done. Now you need your funnel. It's better to have a wide-mouthed one. You don't spill as much.
I notice you're not touching this with your hands at all.
That's right.
And that looks like a surgical type of a
well, it is, basically.
thing you bought from Lee Valley there, the clamps there.
Lee Valley have wonderful tools. And we're getting to the point where we're almost finished. 5 minutes left.
All
This
right.
gives the jam a chance to settle down. It's a very scientific process. And for some reason, preserving fruit always takes place at the hottest time of the year. You figure you need at least 3 jams of jar per person in the family for the season.
3 jars of jam.
Yeah, per person.
Well, your favorite son-in-law needs a few more than that.
You're right. Next batch you make all by yourself.
Fine.
I'll be supervising, but you'll have to learn. Well, you can't get strawberries in Boston anyway, can you? Do they grow local strawberries? Where you can go out in the field and pick?
No, I'm not sure.
And how long have you lived there?
We just get them at the supermarket.
Oh, you pay a lot more at the supermarket. Now this is the froth I skimmed off in the first cooking. And all it is, as my mother used to say, impurities that come to the top. But if you don't take it off, you get streaks and everything through your jam, and it's not as attractive. But once I put the butter in for the second boiling, all the froth disappeared. So now, I used to love eating this as a kid, but my mother said, pour it down the sink, it's bad for you, it's got all the bad stuff in it. Well, it never killed me. Anyway, You don't want that in your jam. Okay, and I think we're ready to roll. Now I have boiled my ladle for 10 minutes as well, and it's simply taking a ladleful, pouring it down through the sterile funnel up until there's a little rim in the funnel, and that shows you when you're finished. You move this away with your hand.
Oh, wait, let me look inside the funnel.
Wait.
So I can see if we
Can you see it? It's where there's a circle.
I gotta see.
Circle of jam.
Oh yeah, okay.
And you put it in the next. Well, I don't like that jar. This may be a little messy. Yeah, that's better. No, see, that's never happened to me before, so you have to be prepared to test your bottles with the funnel before you cook.
Oh, it didn't fit?
No, it wouldn't go in. And you simply slide that away. You can't help but spill a little bit. Just remember, this was only 4 cups of berries. I'm going to have to use this smaller one. Just make about four bottles. And maybe a spoonful to test.
Now, how soon is that ready to eat? Right away?
Well, it's pretty hot.
It's just hot, but once it cools down.
Yeah. Try and give it a day. This is just for breakfast tomorrow. Once you can't get it up in your big one, take your small one. Because you don't want to waste. Now, if I weren't doing this, I probably would have eaten it. Okay. Now the next step is to seal them. And you use your tongs because you haven't contaminated them. You've been boiling these for 10 minutes as well. You take one and put it on top. Half the time you end up using your fingers. One must have 2 on it. If you touch the sides, you're not going to contaminate anything with your fingers, because that's the part that goes over the glass anyway. I had one for every. It's not. Okay. Now we put the screw tops on. If you think you've spilt anything, just take a damp cloth, hold the lid on tightly. You're still not going to contaminate it. You screw them on loosely to begin with. And as the jars cool, you'll hear pops, and that's because the seal is coming right down on top of the bottle.
So what if you don't? What if you tighten them up too much? Is it going to be a problem?
Yeah, they don't seal. I doubt if it would hurt the jam, but so you just do it loosely right now. And set them aside, and that's it.
Okay.
And that's how you make old-fashioned strawberry jam.
Well, Sheila Black, thank you very much.
You're certainly welcome. I'm sure you'll be enjoying it.